Hi Gemini, this is your October 24th through October 30th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week. We have the Four of Cups clarified by the Knight of Wands. Then we have the Knight of Cups clarified by the Hierophant. We have the Lovers. In the potential outcome, we have the Eight of Wands with the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And we also have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have Taurus and potentially another Gemini. This is a very interesting reading. I like it a lot, Gemini. You see, we got two knights, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands is being rejected, right? So for some of you, you could be dealing with two different people, and you're rejecting one of them and moving forward with another one. You could be dealing with just one person, and perhaps if you're dealing with just one person, perhaps their initial approach to you was all wrong, and you turned them down, and they went back to the drawing board, and this week they'll come back with the correct offer, and you'll be like, okay, so now you mean business. All right, let's give it a shot. Well, it's going to be a little bit more complicated than that, but you get the idea. For others of you, perhaps in the past you would give chances to people who were kind of looked like they were players, or they were all over the place. They were going to every single party. They were very social. They didn't know what they want. And at some point you said, you know what, enough is enough. If a person is not serious about me, if the person is not showing me love, I'm not going to deal with people like that anymore. And the universe heard you. The universe was like, all right, Gemini finally gets it. So here comes the right person. Here comes a very loving and a very serious person. By the way, yeah, the person you're moving forward, no matter what the scenario is definitely a very loving and very serious at the same time. All right, so the Four of Cups clarified by the Knight of Wands. This is a rejection of the Knight of Wands. Like I said, for some of you, if you're dealing with two people, you're rejecting one of them. For others of you, this is your understanding. This is you not giving a chance to players or people like that anymore, right? Or if you're dealing with just one person, perhaps they tried it before with you, but they got it all wrong, so now they're coming with this updated offer, so to speak. So speaking of the actual offer, of the actual person you'll be actually moving forward with, here comes the Knight of Cups clarified by the Hierophant, right? The Knight of Cups could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The Hierophant could be a Taurus you're dealing with. But if I want to stay general, then the Knight of Cups is the most romantic knight out of all 4 knights. The Knight of Cups is often called, the knight in the shining armor. Right? And the Knight of Cups always talks about genuine, authentic love, but it's not only, all about them telling you how much they love you and doing this and saying this and that. They actually mean business. The Hierophant, clarifying the Knight of Cups, is not only a Taurus you're dealing with, but the Hierophant is a card of something traditional, like a committed relationship or marriage. So they're serious. They will show you how serious they are about you very, very quickly. We have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. That Ace of Swords belongs to you, Gemini. You're a King and a Queen of Swords. I'm sure you've seen all what the King and the Queen of Swords look like. Both of them are holding up a sword. That's exactly the sword that they're holding up. That's you. That's your sword. This is you with a verdict. This is you with a decision. This is you with clarity, right? You're going to be really clear about what's happening here, no matter what the scenario is. The Lovers in the middle is actually also your major arcana card, right? Unless you're dealing with another Gemini. But yeah, it's always a good sign to have your own card, especially your major arcana card in your own reading. That means you're the one in charge, you're the one calling the shots. And that's exactly what's happening here. You're definitely in charge of what's going on, right? In charge of your life. In the potential outcome, we have the Eight of Wands with the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. I love that potential outcome, first of all, because we got Wands, Pentacles, and Cups. 3 different, right? The Wands, the Pentacles, and the Cups, right? It's like yeah, you're getting everything with this person. The Eight of Wands is often called the Cupid's Arrows card. It's actually one of the fastest cards in the deck. You could be traveling together. It's also a card of communication. You could be relocating when the two of you decide to move in together to another neighborhood, another city, another state, what have you. Right? And it's love. Lots and lots of love. Cupid's arrows, right? The Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. This is both of you building this from the ground up, making sure the foundation is solid. Both of you are putting time, effort, whatever is necessary into it, right? That means both of you want this. Both of you are putting time and effort, right? And the Ten of Cups, right next to the deck, is the second commitment and marriage card that we have here. It is the happily ever after card. It's a family card. So if having children is still an option for you, the two of you could definitely have children together, right? It's a fantastic card to have. So I'm not even going to do an extended for you, Gemini, because you got it. You guys got it. Especially you, Gemini, got it. All right? You're definitely in charge here. All right? Really happy for you. Congratulations. Gemini, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Devil, clarified by the Page of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups, clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Tower. And we also have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with Capricorn or Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is a very specific message. This Queen of Cups is in trouble. They are in some kind of a predicament, and I think they'll be asking for your help. I don't know who this person is to you. It could be a friend, a family member, what have you. But this person is going through some kind of a major issues, right? Yeah, let's start with that Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Tower. The Queen of Cups could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, by the way. The Five of Pentacles, this is a card of somebody feeling left out in the cold, feeling miserable, or somebody who is experiencing some financial difficulties, right? The Tower, clarifying it, is something happened to them, right? With the Tower card. Something really did happen to them. That's why they're feeling the way they're feeling. Right? The Devil, the first card that came out, perhaps they got lured into something they're now regretting. Perhaps they got lied to, right? Perhaps they invested money and it fell through, right? Or something along those lines. The Devil could also be a card of addictions or a card of, bad behavior. Right, so perhaps they are having some drinking or gambling issues or using issues or something like that. Right, the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This is a card of somebody who's stuck and trapped. Perhaps this person now even has a problem with the law because of what they did. Right, or they're just stuck and trapped because they got themselves in trouble. The Page of Swords right next to the Devil is either a message that's coming your way from them, asking for help or asking for whatever, or the Page of Swords, this is you somehow will find out about it, because the Page of Swords is a card of either spying or looking for information. I don't think you're going to be spying on them. I think you'll just know. Somehow you will find out about it. Perhaps it'll be in social media or even in the news. I don't know. Right, so yeah. Again, this Queen of Cups is in trouble, and perhaps they will ask for help. What you're going to do about this is going to be up to you. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Gemini, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess, the Two of Wands, clarified by the Magician, and we also have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Well, Gemini, this reconciliation offer is going to make you think. It's going to make you think long and hard. One other thing I want to emphasize, one thing I want to emphasize about the offer is it's also a very thought-through offer, and I think you will recognize it. Right? So the Knight of Pentacles, the first card that came out, could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Hermit, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, by the way, is a Virgo card, right? But if we want to stay a bit more general, then the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight out of all four knights. So that usually means a few things, right? One of the things it means is that they thought it through. The Hermit is also a thinker, right? The Hermit is a card of somebody who goes within, somebody who does soul searching, going through some kind of a thought process, right? And as a result of that thought process is that Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles is not only the slowest knight, not only the most thought-through knight, it's the most grounded and serious knight out of all four knights. The Knight of Pentacles always brings in stability and long-term. And speaking of long-term, those two cards, the Hermit and the Knight of Pentacles, are clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, right? This is also part of the offer. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of commitment or marriage. So they do mean business, right? And the rest of the spreads, the remaining four cards we have on the table, that would be you also thinking about this offer. Okay, the High Priestess is a card of, I think, your own intuition in this case. So your intuition will have to kick in. And the Two of Wands, the next card over, that's you, taking the time to think about it. The Magician clarifying the Two of Wands is actually one of your major arcana cards, so that's you who is thinking about it. The Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, that's, I believe, also you taking a break to think about it. I don't know. It's like you guys taking terms, right? They thought about it for God knows how long, and now you're going to take your time to think about it. I don't know if you're doing that on purpose, but yeah, I think this offer will simply make you consider it, I guess. Okay, so yeah, think about it and let them know. But again, the offer is legit. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances. Gemini, this week we have the Five of Wands clarified by the Ten of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Two of Cups, and we also have the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or any zodiac sign. I can think of two ways to interpret this. This is either you are winning in a competition against other people, or this is after difficult negotiations, two people or two parties are finally coming to an agreement and signing a deal or some sort, or shaking hands. As a matter of fact, the Two of Cups, the last card that came out, when it comes to work, business, and finances, this is my handshake card. And I think that one of those two people shaking hands, that would be you. So you're winning, or something is going to go in your favor. Anyway, the Five of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Wands. That's what we start with. But the Five of Wands is either a card of competition, but it could also be some kind of a difficult negotiations, right? So every party or every person involved here tries to get as much as they can to go in their favor, right? The Ten of Wands, clarifying it, is a card of just something being difficult, something being tough, something being hard. So perhaps it was a hard negotiations, a whole bunch of rounds of negotiations for some of you. For others of you, if you are competing for a contract, or if you're competing against other people for a job, that's what those two cards represent. Difficult competition. Either way, here comes the good news. The Eight of Wands in the middle is a card of communication, right? And again, with the Two of Cups, this is you shaking hands with somebody. And the Star on the bottom of the deck is either an Aquarius you're dealing with, or the Star is a card of a wish come true. Something we wished for or hoped for a very long time. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Gemini, this week. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Chariot, clarified by the Nine of Cups. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Cancer. It kind of reminds me of the advice spreads I do at the end of monthly readings, right? So this is more of an advice than what you're not expecting. Well, perhaps this is something what you're not expecting. If you keep fighting for something, especially if you thought that you are not getting it, if you thought that was a lost cause, if you thought you're lost, if you keep fighting, if you keep pushing, you will win. Yeah, this is a victory, right? Yeah, the Six of Pentacles, the first card that came out, perhaps this is somebody choosing between you and another person, or among multiple people, and you're one of those people. Perhaps it's work or business related, or what have you. It could be a sports event, or what have you. Anyway, so there you are with the Seven of Wands clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. I think that's you in that Seven of Wands who continues fighting. Somebody who stands their ground, somebody who puts their foot down, somebody who keeps pushing, somebody who keeps fighting for something, right? Something they believe is right, something they believe belongs to them, something they believe that would be a golden opportunity for them if they were to get it. Right? And the Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the Seven of Wands, that's what I think you're fighting for. A golden opportunity. Something big, something major. And you will win. The Chariot, the next card over, is clarified by the Nine of Cups. The Chariot could be a Cancer you're fighting for. Or, you know, the Chariot is a card of victory, success, triumph. The Nine of Cups, clarifying it, is a card of a wish come true, and it's also a card of personal satisfaction and fulfillment. And the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck is either a fortunate turn of events. Things are changing in your favor if you keep fighting, if you keep insisting, right? Or now that you've won, it will launch a new cycle of your life. Alright, so yeah, what you're not expecting is if you do keep trying, keep fighting, keep pushing, keep proving, you will win. Alright, Gemini, so yeah, that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Gemini, have an amazing week.